There's nothing like the view of Tokyo to give you a sense of how huge the city is, with skyscrapers in every direction as far as you can see. I definitely recommend going to an observation deck during your stay in Tokyo, but there are several, so which is the best? I'm Amy from Case with Faces. I'm the author of a Japan guidebook. I've been travelling to Japan since 2010, so I know it really well as a tourist. For this video, I went to as many observation decks as I could to show you the pros and cons of each, so you can decide which to go to. We'll be looking at the price, what you can see, how easy they are to get to, and whether they're worth it. We'll start with Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower is kind of in the middle of several metro stations. You can walk there from Team Lab Borderless in less than 10 minutes. I just turned a corner and wow, there it is. And I still haven't decided if I'm going to take the steps up or not yet. You get a certificate if you do, but it is extremely hot today. It's 28 degrees and quite humid. It does look like a lot of stairs. I just saw someone coming down, but I can't see anyone going up the stairs. It's 1,500 yen for the main deck, or 3,500 yen for the main deck and the top deck. The main deck is 150 meters high and the top deck's 250 meters high. Here's my ticket. I'm doing the main deck and the top deck. Entry to the top deck is timed. All the prices in this video are on the day ticket prices. You can often save a few hundred yen or so if you book online in advance. It's 3:45 now, so I guess I don't have time to go up all those stairs. I won't be able to do that in 15 minutes. What a shame. I did kind of want the challenge though. Maybe I would have done it if it wasn't so hot. It says it took a year and a half to build and it opened in 1958. The view was so different then. Where are all the high-rise buildings? Here we are, we're at the top of all the skyscrapers. This already looks higher than I thought it would be. And it's more modern than I thought. It feels like we're higher up than I expected. Although you can't really see from that far. Oh, there's a SkyTree over there. Oh, that's cool. You can see the Rainbow Bridge here and the Fuji TV building over in Odaiba. That must be Zojoji down there. There is a school group up here at the moment, but I'm surprised it's not busier actually. It's 4 p.m. on a Thursday at the moment. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but it looks a little bit like the shadow of Mount Fuji in that direction. It's a little shrine up here. Oh, and you can get goshuin, special Tokyo Tower design. There's special Emma for writing wishes on. Oh, there's ones that are Tokyo Tower shaped. These are the omamori, the good luck charms you can get from Tokyo Tower. You can see a plane coming into Haneda Airport. I'm about to go up to the top deck. I didn't realise we get a welcome drink and they just took all our photos. It's a bit embarrassing getting a souvenir photo when you're on your own. It's my solo day out today while it feels like a Tokyo game show. My ears popped as we came out the lift. That lift seemed like it was going up a really long way. It's very fancy up here and all diamond style. Got to be careful with these mirrors so I don't walk into something. I was surprised how much it cost for the top deck. Everyone says Shibuya Sky is expensive and it's almost as much. The standard deck's in the cheaper range, but it's also not that high up. But I think what you can see is more important than how high it is. Tokyo Tower is located more centrally and further south than the other observation decks. I really like seeing the planes from up here. I don't remember seeing that from the other observation decks. I like the view out this side of the Rainbow Bridge and Odaiba. It makes Odaiba look quite small. Mount Fuji is this way. Is this the same way I was looking earlier? I really like seeing the birds going past as well. Well, there's a plane, an ANA plane. That's who we flew with this time. There's Azabudai Hills in Roppongi. That one is taller than us. It is pretty in the sunshine with all this haze, but I guess that's why we can't see Fuji very well. I wonder what this building is down here. It's an unusual shape. There is a bit less space up on this top level. It's also a bit like a wall of mirrors. There's the SkyTree in that direction. Someone's built a tower in front of it so we don't have a very clear view. It's funny seeing those old pictures and seeing how Tokyo Tower used to tower above Tokyo just like the SkyTree does now before there were as many skyscrapers. I guess that's something that Tokyo Tower has that the other observation decks don't. It does have that history. It's a lot older than they are. There is definitely a difference between the two levels. Here you really are looking down on everything and you can see quite a long way, whereas on the level below you're about the height of the nearest skyscrapers. It feels like we're really low down back on the main deck now, but it is nice and spacious down here, and I like how it feels quite modern, even though it's a historic tower. Even though it's through glass as we're indoors, this is a very clear view. Very tall windows, and it goes down to the ground as well. I almost didn't get the ticket for the top deck because it is quite a bit more expensive, but I think it was definitely worth it. I'm glad I did it. When it's this quiet, it's really easy to get a window to yourself. If I go down to the lower part of the main deck, that's where the skywalk window is. Let's go down. That's actually a lot scarier than the SkyTree glass floor. I think because the SkyTree one has a double layer of glass. It's not as clear as this. It looks like it couldn't be there. If you're scared of heights, you would hate this. It really looks like a hole in the floor. There's another glass floor here. It is a bit scary actually. It's a really strange angle. Oh, there is a cafe here. Oh, they got creamier ice cream or cremia. That is really nice. Honestly, I think some of the stuff in the shopping mall here is a little bit tacky, but the food court looks all right. There's also Red Tokyo Tower, which is a VR games center. You pay to get into that separately. What? Look at this view from just outside. Such a weird angle. Zojoji Temple's just next door, where you can get another of those Tokyo old versus new photos. I took the same picture back in 2015, before these skyscrapers were built. Next is Shibuya Sky, the newest observation deck in Tokyo. It's in the middle of Shibuya, right by the station and Shibuya Crossing, so it's a really convenient location where you'll probably be at some point anyway. It's on top of Shibuya Scramble Square, which is a building. I used to get confused following signs to Scramble Square thinking it was the Scramble Crossing, but no, it's a skyscraper. I filmed this one a couple of years back when masks were still mandatory. It's quite windy up here, so don't wear a skirt or a dress. Shibuya Sky is the only observation deck in this video with an outdoor deck. The top is completely open and the floor below it is an indoor viewing deck. What I like about Shibuya Sky is how the view is so clear. It's floor to ceiling, or not ceiling, glass, with very few obstructions. There's Yoyogi Park and Meiji Jingu quite near us. And then you can see Shinjuku Park, or the skyscrapers of Shinjuku. You can see the SkyTree, Tokyo Tower, everything. Here's Mount Fuji, you can just see it in the distance. It's hard to see Fuji in the viewfinder. Shibuya Sky feels very modern, with a variety of places to sit. I imagine when it's busier there must be more competition for the best spots, although it was sold out when I went, which was at the very end of February, so it was the off-season. On the floor below there's a little inside section, which I guess is good if it's cold or raining. The windows are floor to ceiling, really clear view. There's a bar in here, so we're just sitting down with a drink. There are 360-degree views on both decks. The price depends when you go. Before 3 p.m. it's 2,700 yen, and after 3 p.m. it's 3,400 yen. Sunset's the most popular time to go, so if you want to catch it, I'd recommend booking tickets early in advance. I'd say this is the most popular observation deck in this video. In my opinion, even the higher ticket price isn't that bad compared to observation decks in other major cities. For example, the Shard in London is twice the price at £32, the Eiffel Tower in Paris is similar, and the Empire State Building in New York has variable pricing, but all the tickets I could see were minimum $88 and $116 at sunset. I have a whole video about Shibuya Sky with lots more detail. Next is the observation deck in Ikebukuro, which is inside Sunshine City, a huge shopping mall. It's called Sunshine 60 Observatory Tenbo Park. So the style of this observation deck is an indoor park. There's lots of fake grass and greenery and mirrors on the roof. It's a good job I did my roots. It's quite steep.
It's quite soft as well.
It's nice. Oh look, they've got picnic rugs you can borrow.
Oh.
That's cute. We're looking southeast and it's the SkyTree. It's good, even though it's a rainy, cloudy day today, you can still see a lot actually. Is that Tokyo Tower there?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's Roppongi next to it. And look, there's the top of the aquarium.
Oh yeah. Is it otters they normally have in that?
Or sea lions?
sea lions or otters, I forget.
Yeah, they go on a bridge above you. This side with all the grass is the most popular view. You can see Shinjuku over there. There's that cocoon building that's got the college in. I really like in Shinjuku. You can see the Times Square building. It was a Saturday, but this one seemed a lot more popular with families, and there were lots of kids there. It felt quite busy, maybe because the windows are smaller, so spots to see the view are more limited. Some people are having an actual picnic on the grass. They brought picnic lunch with them. Look, there's a fake fire pit. It's even got smoke coming off it. How cosy. There's a little soft play area for kids here. I'm trying not to film the kids too much. The cafe's very busy on this Saturday afternoon. There's a little sign up there saying you can see Mount Fuji that way.
Do you reckon you'll see it today?
I think there's zero chance of that today.
Let's go find out.
There's the department stores of Ikebukuro and Ikebukuro Station down there. I don't think there's much chance of seeing Fuji there.
No,
it's very cloudy.
Way over there somewhere.
It's annoying this wall is right in this corner. There's a nursery too. It's a very family-friendly observation deck. A microwave to heat up your baby food. It looks like you can go all the way round. There are restaurant floors just below the observation deck, so you could sit and have a nice view. Probably a bit more peaceful than when the observation deck's busy. The building it's in is called Sunshine 60, and Sunshine City is really close to Ikebukuro Station. Just look out for signs that say, for sunshine. I think Sunshine City is a good all-round shopping mall. It's not too fancy, with shops for everyone to enjoy. Of course, there's the Pokemon Centre, there's Studio Ghibli, the world's largest gachapon store, there's restaurants, and lots of anime stores nearby. There are also other activities inside the mall, including an aquarium and a planetarium. Next is a free option, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. But as it's free, is it any good? It's about a 10-minute walk from Shinjuku Station. This area is a business district, so there's not much immediately nearby, but there's lots back in the main area of Shinjuku. You don't need to book a ticket, just follow signs to the observatory. It's open 9:30 till 10 at the moment. It says it's closed the first and third Tuesday of each month. There's the SkyTree that way, and there's my favourite building in Shinjuku. If you're scared of heights. There's a souvenir shop in the middle, which is a little bit of a tacky shop, I think, and there's a cafe. This is the first observation deck I came to in Tokyo, and I just couldn't believe how the view goes on for as far as you can see in every direction. That is Meiji Jingu there, and Shinjuku Park is that direction. I think we're looking over towards Tokyo Bay and Odaiba that way. Such a clear view of the SkyTree today. I guess this is to the south, so there's less recognisable buildings in Tokyo this way. This is quite spacious. I thought it'd be busier than this. It's a Saturday today. Mount Fuji's out this direction. You can kind of see a mountain range, but I think it's too hazy to see it today. In the evening they have projection mapping on the outside of the building. It's called Tokyo Night and Light. So it's on about every half an hour until 9:30 p.m. It's on earlier in the winter. I guess it gets dark earlier. There's a Gundam show at the moment in the projection mapping. They do have a couple of different shows. I think they've got the schedule on their website. And there's a stamp. You can get my stamp book from cakeswithfaces.co.uk. There are 2 designs, tried and tested in Tokyo. I think the government are skimping on their ink. It hasn't come out very well. Oh, they've got special soda floats with Mount Fuji on. They've got ice cream served in sake cups, taiyaki, takoyaki, tamagoyaki, all the yakis. I much prefer this observation deck in the daytime. When it's dark, there are reflections on the windows from the shop in the middle. But you can't really complain when it's free. If you want to see day and night views of Tokyo, you could visit one of the others at night and go to this one in the day, as it's free. On the ground floor of the government building, there's this tourism promotion centre. They've got so many leaflets about all the prefectures in Japan, and they have a stamp too. Let's get one more stamp. Definitely. Oh, it's come out well. It's the government building. 88 Japanese animation spots. Is this in an anime? Next is the SkyTree, which is literally on another level, so much taller than the others. It's also the most expensive if you do both decks. It's a different view from the others, looking down on everything. Even on a rainy day, it was still an amazing view, and it was a unique perspective looking down on a cloud. Wow, there it is! That is crazy to look up at. The lift takes 50 seconds to go up to 350 metres. That's fast. Everything looks so tiny down there. It's a long way down. We're looking southeast at the moment, so that's away from the main city of Tokyo. So not much to recognise this way. You can see the river though. Would that be Shimbashi and Shiodame? Look, the Asahi buildings down there with the golden hoop. You can see Tokyo Dome over there and all the skyscrapers of the various parts of the city. There's Sensoji and you can see the pagoda. It's coming up to sunset and lots of people are staking out their places around the edge so they've got a view as it gets dark. Now let's go up to the upper level, which is 100 metres higher than this one. I think this one seems pretty high already. Spoilers. Are you enjoying this, Phil? So this deck's a little bit less spacious. It looks like it's built in a ring going all the way around. Phil's not keen on heights. This is a great place to come. What? You can look right down. Here's a guide to what you can see. I don't think we can see the Minami Alps, the South Alps at the moment, or Mount Fuji, but if it was a clearer day, you might be able to. On a clearer day, you would be able to see Tokyo Disney out this direction. I did see it when I was here before, but it's way too cloudy today. This part's squishy, so you can lean on it and enjoy the view, if you can get a space, that is. We've come back down to the floor below, the Tembo deck, and everything on the ground does feel a little bit closer now. As Phil said, it feels like you're floating above everything on this level, and on the level above it's like you're really looking down at it. They've kept the lights fairly low, so on the whole reflections on the glass aren't too bad. It actually feels slightly less busy on this level than the upper level, which isn't what I would have expected.
It's much wider, isn't it?
Yeah, this floor is much more spacious, so maybe that's why. Here we go to the glass floor. Crowded on this glass floor area.
Go and jump on it.
I'm not scared. It doesn't scare me at all. I have a whole separate video about it to help you decide whether it's worth upgrading to the top deck. The SkyTree's east of central Tokyo, but you could pair it with Asakusa, where Sensoji Temple is. You can walk there across the river in 25 minutes or get the train. There's a shopping mall at the base of the SkyTree of places to eat and a fun shop with fake food samples like you see in restaurants. The world's largest conveyor belt sushi restaurant's right there as well, although to be honest it's not all that different from other branches of Kura Sushi. Next is a less well-known option that I really liked, but might not be for everyone. Hachitama is an observation deck in the Fuji TV building in Odaiba in Tokyo Bay. Odaiba feels so different to central Tokyo. It's more spacious and calmer and has some really unique architecture. I've always had a soft spot for it, as it's where I spent my first ever day in Tokyo. The observation deck's inside the sphere on this building. We better be quick. It says it closes at 6 p.m. and it's 25 to 6 now. Last admission is normally 5:30, but she let us go in. Oh, you can see the edge of Hachitama. Oh, there's a nice view of Tokyo Tower straight ahead. The ceiling is domed because we're in the big ball. This is the lowest observation deck and also one of the cheaper options at only 800 yen, but it has a unique perspective looking across the bay towards central Tokyo. It is a nice view of Tokyo Bay and the Rainbow Bridge and Tokyo Tower, and I can see the SkyTree over there in that direction. It's nice seeing all the boats down there, and actually the reflections on the glass look a lot worse on camera than they do in real life. They're not actually as distracting. They are there, especially from those UFO catchers, but they're not so bad in real life. You probably wouldn't get that in the daytime. We're in the ball at the moment and it looks like you can go on this section. Koko, that means here, not Kokokori. From here I've seen lots of planes going across to Haneda Airport. Now there's another floor to go. I wonder if we'll get to see some of Haneda Airport. Let's go this way. It feels a bit like a weird office in here. I suppose it is an office if it's the Fuji TV building. Oh, I thought that was just dark, but it's the side of the sphere. Ooh, that's a weird view down there. It looks like maybe we can go all the way around in a square. It's like a corridor with windows on both sides. And there's the river. It's not really the river, it's the sea, isn't it? Oh, we can see more of Odaiba this side. There's some kind of sparkly garden down there. That's pretty. When we came out the station, we saw there was a gig going on in Odaiba today, and we're wondering if those are all the people with glow sticks at the gig.
It's a hyper-organised gig.
It really is. I thought it was some sort of fibre optic garden. Everyone's glow sticks are synchronised. Oh, and there's a skate park down there. Haneda Airport's over in that direction. We just saw a plane coming into land. It seems like on this level we can go around in a square. That over there is where we came down the stairs. And there's Hachitama, the sphere. At this point it is quite hard to see through the glass unless you're really up close to it. I can actually see the view better through my other camera. But this is a really unique view, being able to see the whole of Tokyo from a distance with the gap of the river in the way. This is really different to the other observation decks. I guess the reflections probably wouldn't be a problem during the daytime, and this is about to close. There's the Yurakamome line down there, and there's a little tiny shrine gate down there in front of us. There's decks and Joypolis, Sega Joypolis. I don't know who this is from One Piece, but I think it's something from One Piece. I don't know any of the characters. Someone's going to tell me in the comments. I really enjoyed that. I wasn't expecting it to be the best observation deck because it's not all that high, but it is quite different to the others. You get a different view of Tokyo from across the bay, the city skyline, in a way that you can't really see it from the other observation decks. It does close quite early compared to the others, so if you want to come check those opening hours, we were just in time. I was lucky she sold us a ticket. It's so windy. When we first came to Tokyo 15 years ago, there were nowhere near as many observation decks as there are now. Shibuya Sky wasn't built then, the SkyTree wasn't built then, so there was this. There was the Metropolitan Government Building. I'm not sure about Roppongi. Roppongi might have been there, and Ikebukuro, although the observation deck in Ikebukuro has gone through several incarnations over the years. It was a VR park at one point. All these observation decks are in my Japan trip planning deck that you can use to plan out your itinerary. On the back it tells you what's nearby and useful tips. The link to get it's in the description. There is also Tokyo City View in Roppongi, which I haven't been to, and it was closed when I was filming for this video. It has a central location reasonably similar to Tokyo Tower. It's an indoor deck. It used to have an outdoor deck too, but it's been closed since 2023. It sounds like it's better in the daytime, as it also hosts exhibitions that can cause reflections after dark. Finally, there are also some alternative options, like going to a restaurant or a bar with a view, like the bar from Lost in Translation at the Park Hyatt Tokyo, or the bar in the Asahi building by the river by the Golden Poop. There's a free view from the Kabukicho Tower in Shinjuku on the 17th floor, or you could stay in a hotel with a view, like the Hotel Groove or Bellevue Star, which are also in the Kabukicho Tower. For a great view of Tokyo Tower, there's a cafe in Azabudai Hills where TeamLab Borderless is. It's only for customers, and there's a 500 yen entry fee plus your food or drinks. It's called Hills House Skyroom Cafe and Bar. And it's not that tall, but I'll also give an honourable mention to the Asakusa Culture Tourist Information Centre, which has a free observation deck on the top floor with a unique view of Sensoji Temple from above. There are of course many others, so tell me your favourite hidden gems in the comments and which observation deck you'd personally recommend. And I'll see you next week with more Japan videos every Thursday.